Coming up right now, the Sunshine State resident finds two strange locals knocking on the door trying to get in. Wow.
Also coming up, a Texas mom was arrested for bringing party favors to her kid's classroom.
I'm sure there's more to that story, right? But a little bit later on, a British dude buys back his own stolen car, the tip that actually led to the unusual discovery.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everybody, I'm Andrea
It
Jackson.
certainly is. I am Mitch English. If you look around, this is Daily Flash. We got today's stress, tomorrow's talk.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Sweet baby, you texting somebody? What we got going
I'm
on?
ready for the day. I'm just trying to text these ladies, let them know I'll be free later.
All right, so James is available. He's working the
Ladies
floor. To
love
my right,
James.
we call him Doolittle. He does a lot.
This week, and you'll be able to follow me if you go to dailyflashshow.com. You can go on our socials. I'll be posting because I'm going on a sailing excursion from Palatka, Florida to Jacksonville. I've never sailed before in my life, but it's a full-on sailboat excursion, so you'll be able to check that out.
You know,
You
it's
said
great.
Palatka?
Yep, from
Palatka,
Palatka
yeah,
to
it's
Jacksonville.
Where the federal prison is in Palatka.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Visiting some relatives, figuring he'd do some
Yeah.
sailing. Also, I don't know if you know this. He said, "I'm going sailing." Oh, like crisscross. And he goes, "Oh no, like the jump." I'm not. No, that's a different Christopher Cross. That's
Yeah,
a crisscross and Christopher Cross, two different people.
But we'll be cranking Christopher Cross the whole time we're doing because we'll be
you-
sailing.
Yacht rock.
more.
We'll
Yes.
be doing
Oh, we're
the
yacht
rock
rocking
thing.
so hard.
I love it. I love it. This is great.
If you listen to that song, little trivia here, there is a weird orchestral music that plays right before sailing,
Okay,
right?
a little riff.
Riff. Okay,
Yes.
thank you. And so
Medley?
Pull it up on the thing. It's this weird. Doesn't really even sound like the song. So what it was they were in the studio. Somebody's like, "Hey, we need to get a sound level." We're playing that, and they go, "All right, yeah, we're cool." And then they went into the song, and they go, "Just keep it on there." So that it was just a complete accident.
So, yes, sir. I'm saying some of the best music happens
Right?
by accident.
It's I can always tell that Christopher Cross song. So anyway, and hey, to this day, it's pretty much everybody thinks that that was the yacht rock because it's about sailing.
Yeah.
And yacht rock was years before all of it,
Yes, very true.
with the Doobie Brothers kind of kicking it off.
We had a very spirited conversation about people who litter this morning in the studio, and that gets people's feathers ruffled, right?
Amen.
Another thing that really upsets people is if someone's wearing super strong perfume or cologne.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? There's a bakery in New York that has told its customers, if you're wearing a strong scent, use the drive-through. We don't want you in our bakery.
How do you know that? That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's that one person. It's one person.
It's always one.
They didn't want to call them out. It's one person.
They're wearing that mustache.
Right.
One person that goes.
Right,
It's
yes.
an old dude trying to get him a little some sweetness.
The Queer Eye guys, you know that show, the
Yes,
Queer Eye guys.
yes.
They taught me something. It's spray,
And walk
delay,
away.
and walk away. So you spray it, wait for a second, and then walk
through
through
it. Walk
Yes.
through it. Yep.
Yep.
Not.
No.
No.
That's how you're supposed to do
What
it.
is it?
Polo, the green one.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that,
Yes.
that was my dad's.
Terrible.
That was my dad's.
So-
And curve.
So here, so my 13-year-old, he got some cologne.
Oh, no.
But he's got some really good cologne. I mean, like a couple times I want to steal. It's that Dolce and Gabbana for
Yeah.
boys, right?
Okay.
For men rather. And I'm telling you, a good 2 hours after he leaves the house,
You
in
can
that
still
bathroom,
smell it.
you could smell. I could see where he walked. I could follow him. I'm like a bloodhound with that thing. I like this idea though.
Yes.
I like that idea a lot.
So they're saying that, look, if you come into our bakery, we're not going to turn you away, but we're highly encouraging you
Good for
to
them.
use the drive-through. And they're saying their employees have suffer from asthma, some have allergies. It's high pollen season. When you walk into our bakery with really strong perfume or cologne on, it only adds to their troubles health-wise, causing them to cough. You don't want them to cough on your donuts or your coffee
That's
or your
true.
baked items. So yes, James,
It's
it's
extra
one
seasoning.
person they're sending a message to, but they're making a blatant statement with this whole thing.
I can't say this because of standards, but like in most bathrooms, they'll have a spray and it's citrus, right?
Yes.
But there's a term for it if you use it afterwards and it rhymes with citrus. If you could think of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And you put those two words together,
yeah.
that's what it smells like. And if you have a beautifully smelling bakery,
Yes.
Oh,
you don't want to. You want to absorb all the great
Yes.
smells
Oh,
today.
that's so
That's
true.
lost out
the
of that.
aroma of
Yeah.
the bakery, right? And if you're walking in and you smell Old Spice,
Or
it
high
ruins-
karate, right?
You're not walking
Hollister, yes.
Yes, or an
I used to work
Abercrombie.
next to a Hollister at a finish line, and all the shoes smelled like Hollister.
I believe
Oh
it.
wow.
I can tell you, I come off. I know creepy, but when women wear that Dolce & Gabbana light blue, remember
love
that?
it, yes.
I'm telling. I've stopped women,
Yes.
and I go, listen, I'm married. I'm just saying, you smell so, and they're like, okay.
Whenever you start,
You smell so good.
but
Oh my
whenever
God,
you
smell
meet,
so awesome.
if you meet a stranger and you started off with, "Listen, I'm married," that's never gonna end well.
I always feel like they think I'm hitting on them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like you smell amazing. I've smelled them from another aisle because I'm just attuned to
Yes.
that Dolce & Gabbana.
Would you say
light
your
blue.
smell is your...
No.
No.
My wife has a bionic nose, though. No, I'm dead serious.
Does she really?
She's a sommelier. She's
Well,
a
that's
certified
why.
sommelier.
Yes.
And she's got this incredible scent, and like to where we had. I think I talked about this on the show. I had the machine in our bedroom that goes off when it has smells, and I'll just let you know. Oh
my
she
God.
but she is incredible with that, and that's why I think she can. When she makes foods and stuff, this is lavender with coriander in it. I'm like,
Yes.
how do you know that?
You're like, "I just want a burger,"
I just right. So,
but you
there
can't
go.
have them.
Okay.
All right, so slow down. What did we all learn today? Spray, delay, walk away. That's from your Queer Eye guys from Queer
And
Eye.
put away.
And put away.
Yes.
Yes.
And remember, he's married. The first.
And remember, guys, I'm married.
He's married.
But you smell delicious. Let's go right here, our back door. You spend any time in Florida near a body of water. If you're here in Florida, there's going to be an alligator nearby. You're going to encounter an
100%.
alligator. It's like dogs for us. Very rare though, they come knocking on your door. Two of them did this time. It's so weird. They were in ties and a name tag too, and they wanted to know what my relationship was with God. It's really weird. Here's they are.
Did they have copies of the Watchtower?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I used to be in this movie. I can make those
Showed up
jokes.
on a bicycle.
Here we go. Look at this right here. Pop it up. You can see this is a video from the homeowner's doorbell camera. You can see two enormous gators crawling around on that front porch. One gator even looks like it's climbing up the wall as
Yeah.
if to ring the doorbell. Phone call to law enforcement got Florida Fish and Wildlife out to remove the gators. Here's the thing. Here's the sad part about it is that they come and get it. More than likely, this is probably the last you'll see of those gators.
They're considered nuisance gators. Anything over 4
Yeah.
feet ends up in a place where you wouldn't want to go. And
It's sad.
some people are saying they believe that these folks might be feeding these gators because this is unusual behavior, even for gators, to be crawling up a wall and trying to get inside of a door.
Yeah, they know where to get it. That makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
right.
And living by a state forest at one time, I mean,
Yeah.
gators would just walk down the
Yeah.
streets all the time. I mean,
It's
eat
unfortunate
dogs.
because as we love the wildlife, but when we encourage them with human food, unfortunately, it usually never ends well for them.
And we've had a dry spell here, so they've been telling everybody check your pools before you jump in them too.
Oh, good call.
Because they're
Yes.
showing up in pools, even if you have a screened-in one. 'Cause
Yes.
they're just looking for something they
Very
can dive
true.
into.
Any sort of puddle, any cocktail, anything.
Anything.
Any beer vat, I don't know.
I've had a couple
A
gators.
Texas elementary school party went south when a mom brought in Jell-O shots
What?
for the class. Woo! Police in Tyler arrested 33-year-old. There she is,
Yeah, she
Teresa
did it.
Bernal, for bringing the booze-filled party favors into her child's classroom. She claims it was an accident. Bernal said she bought the Jell-O shots last December, which is really where you went wrong.
Yeah.
From a local shop she found on Facebook,
Oh,
which is
geez.
also where you went wrong, and had no idea they contained alcohol. 15 kids threw back the colorful Jell-O shots. Some said they felt sick within the hour. One even passed out. Bernal left jail
Lightweights.
after posting bond and has been banned from school grounds.
Because of licensing, we can't play music, but I'm allowed to read the lyrics to the song,
Yes.
and that is shots, 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 shots,
Yes.
Oh, my
Everybody shots.
shots,
Shots.
shots. In which the kids were doing as well. How do you know? I mean, first off, back in December,
Yes.
I guess, which
Thank
tells you more about Jell-O. It has a shelf life longer than I realized.
Longer than Twinkies, maybe.
And wouldn't you try one? Say, hey, I wonder what these
yeah.
taste like if I got them at a floral shop. Which, by the way, I get my Jell-O from floral
Yeah, and what
shops.
shop
bought it
did
off
she
of-
go to?
She bought it off Facebook. So they probably started
Oh.
off in China, and then they ended up stateside somewhere.
She got Temu shots?
And she probably bought it off Temu. I'm sorry.
Before the tariffs.
Before the
Yeah.
tariffs, of course. Do you live under a rock to not know there's booze and Jell-O shots?
Yeah, you have to, right? And individual as well. And then, by
And
the
then
way,
there were the syringes.
Mom,
Did you see the ones in the syringes?
yes, which comes straight off to tell you that it's probably
Yeah.
more likely this. How hard is it to make Jell-O? It's first off, like,
Probably the easiest thing in the world to make.
you
Water and
throw
gelatin,
it in the fridge,
boil,
it's
done.
But that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
There you go. That's
So-
where the tariff comes
Hey,
in.
Those kids were sick too because it was that cheap Facebook booze too.
Cheap Facebook booze.
Cheap
exactly.
Facebook Chinese booze from a floral shop.
Sounds
like
delicious.
Sounds delicious. Sounds like how I do my Christmas. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's rain. James, why am I singing this song? All right, move over, ladies. Men are now going under the knife in droves, all to glow up. Here to talk about it is Julia Pukajevsky. She is the senior health reporter for Business Insider. Julia, thank you for joining us. I didn't realize I was going to be singing a song about getting wet, but there are men, more and more of them, that are going for these glow-ups. And we read in your article that you had wrote that men between 18 to 80 are getting treatments from hair restoration to filler and facelifts to breast reductions. Tell me about these procedures. Are they meeting specific aesthetic goals that these male patients are looking for?
Yeah, definitely. I think, well, let's start with hair restoration. I think there's been a lot of advancements made in that field. So when men used to get hair plugs, which were a little bit riskier, could cause some scarring, you now have different therapies that can kind of stimulate hair growth for a more natural look. And, a lot of men have male pattern baldness. They want to, just change their look up a little bit. So that's a common one. What else? Filler can be used for so many different things, whether it's to kind of reduce signs of aging or even change the shape of the face to kind of look like you have a different jawline, for example. So there's just a continual growth of even different kinds of cosmetic procedures you can get.
Julia, a lot of times when I do interviews, I feel like you're speaking directly to me because this is a thing that guys are kind of somewhat of ashamed to, and I kind of address this. Do you remember back like in the 90s and 2000s, breast augmentation was never talked about, but now it's like, it's common. Do you think it's becoming more of a social acceptance kind of thing as far as, men getting hair plugs? I think of Jeremy Piven, first off. He was almost completely bald and now he looks like Ted Danson back in the day was bald and now he has this, great this great head of hair and that sort of thing. Is the stigma going away?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I did not know that about Ted Danson. That's fascinating. But yeah, I think so. I think cosmetic procedures have been on the rise in general among women and men. But yeah, I definitely think with that, in social media, you just hear more people talking about it. So for sure, the stigma is going away. I also think the quality of the procedures has changed. So again, like with hair restoration or even filler, getting filler in your face isn't the same as going under the knife. So you recover more quickly. It's easy to get more subtle results. So I think it's easy to have a quiet glow up in that sense.
I like that idea. We found some great video of a dude that is going under the knife, and we had to speed it up a little bit, but you can watch the transformation happening here. You can see that it is a big deal to see these changes and that sort of thing, and it adds a lot too. I think men have always been under the thing where we grow and we look. You become more distinguished and that sort of thing, and it's accepted. But more and more men are like, I don't want to look like that. I don't want to hold on a little bit to my youth. This guy right here obviously has a lot as the doctor's going through all this. Explain that concept that we're talking about when it comes to the quiet glow up. Okay, and then how the trend actually reflects changing attitudes towards, say, male grooming and even self-care.
Yeah, definitely. I've spoken to a few plastic surgeons and cosmetic surgeons, and there is this trend of I live in New York, and a lot of clients are from New York, and you'll see men who are very wealthy. They work in Wall Street, for example, and it matters to them too and how they look. So they'll maybe get an eye lift if they're older, or they'll get anything Botox. So they care just the same. Some of them are doing liposuction to kind of change the shape of their body a little bit more. So they really value how they look, as much as women do.
I agree. I think it's becoming more and more. We see it in Hollywood. We're seeing, especially when it comes to having hair. I mean, everything you talked about, I've considered, and I probably will do. This is interesting. Now, if you're at home and maybe you're on the fence and you're trying to find out more, you can check out Julia's her article if you head to thebusinessinsider.com, and you can find out more on men glow-ups as well. So maybe next time you see me, Julia, I'll get rid of this thing that's hanging down here, my little gerbil wobble thing. Thank you so much for joining us here. And again, you can check out this interview and more on our website, dailyflashshow.com.
All right, well, if you want to live like the cast of White Lotus, Airbnb has just the place for you. A Thai villa, which served as the location for Greg's Hilltop residence, is available to rent for $2,100 a night. The mansion played a major role in the last 2 episodes of season 3. The 4-bedroom estate can accommodate up to 8 guests. Optional services like a chauffeur, childcare, along with chef-prepared meals and spa services can be added for a fee. But with the infinity pool and tennis courts, you might never have to leave this stunning estate. Prime travel season for Thailand is between January and February, when the drier weather rolls in.
Do we get young British women with bad teeth too?
I think you do.
But
I think
beautiful.
she's sexy.
She was.
I
yes.
loved her. Yeah, I love her look, and I just thought she was cute as anything.
And not only that, her character owned it, and like, yeah, this 100%. Is who I am. And there's something about that makes her even that sexier. But
yes.
I kind of accept, and I wish I can think of the actress's name right now, but that last season was unbelievable.
Phenomenal.
Very, very good. If you haven't checked out White Lotus.
Very true. Movie theaters struggling to get seats filled, and now they're turning to other ways than just a movie to get you into their seats. Theater chains say that they can no longer rely on the studios to provide them with the content they need to attract new business, and now they're looking at all kinds of options. One idea, lifting a ban on cell phones. Don't do it, please.
Don't.
Another, sing-alongs.
No.
In New York, they're even considering allowing moviegoers to smoke weed. Again, no.
Do it before.
Yeah. In recent years, dining and cocktails have been a big draw for many specialty theater chains, but many say it's just not enough. Some are adding bowling alleys and even pickleball courts.
We should have more of a detail on this later on. Let's get some more details on
Yes.
this. More Flash after this.
Hey now, everyone. I am Matt Doolittle for Preview Review, which is this segment on the Daily Flash. You can also see a longer version of it on our YouTube page, where we give you a sneak peek whilst we speak of the geek. Well, kids, we have a more detailed look and discussion for the new series coming to the FX network and Hulu this summer with Alien Earth. So this, of course, is set on the Alien franchise, and it's supposed to take place 2 years before the events of the 1979 movie. It's hitting FX and Hulu later this summer. Now let's discuss this. Do we really need a more involved Alien franchise? We have gone the gamut. We did Prometheus. We've done Aliens, Aliens 3. I don't know, they had a cartoon show at some point too. I don't think we need this. I don't know why Hulu is putting so much money and effort into this, and they won't even tell us when it's really coming out. So I'm a little on the fence about this. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I think that everybody is starving for content. They got to have it. They also know, this reminds me, I'm glad you brought this up. There was a show that I absolutely love. It's called The Pit.
Yes.
They came out right at the time on Netflix, has a show called Pulse.
Yes.
Not the same thing. Trying to be the same thing, not The Pit at all.
And there was something called ER.
And ER, which copies it, right. Yeah, there you go.
It's the same show.
The same
they
show.
just keep
Exactly.
redoing the same thing over and over. So I don't know, there's some good actors in it, but I'm like, do we need this? Like, just put Alien to bed. Let the thing die. We did Alien versus Predator. That's what we all wanted, and we're done with it. That's what I think. So, guys, one more thing I must review on this edition of Preview Review, though, is this. Yes, that's Montez Ford using a fan's prosthetic leg as a weapon during a recent SmackDown WWE event. I mean, come on. Are you not entertained by that? What do you got? I mean, come on. I got to throw a wrestling thing in there every
Here's
once
the
in a
thing.
while.
There's your sequel to Alien, or
They're
your prequel
fantastic,
to
yeah.
Alien. You know, why don't you go for that?
Except the alien rips a leg off and then it just beats it with
Yes.
that. And then a wrestler would be even better, like a John Cena.
It was such a great. I loved it. I loved it. So that's my review of that. I loved it.
All righty, and of course, you want to see more preview, review, and Matt, you can head to our website, dailyflashshow.com. Scroll down, you'll see that with a link to all of his other preview reviews. Thank you there, Matty. Well, it looks like a majestic herd of moose capturing the attention of millions all across the globe, all thanks to a new live stream. It's called the Great Moose Migration. It's from Sweden, and it features the start of the annual inland trek of the country's largest land animals. More than 30 cameras they set up capture footage of wild moose crossing rivers and mountains. It's a 24/7 streamer, and it offers viewers all the drama of the great outdoors at a glacial pace. Best viewing hours, they said to be between dusk to dawn or every day.
Yeah.
And the wildlife is actually more active. I love this. This is where technology is actually a great thing, is that we're able to, it's an option. You know, it could be an alien. You could chase an alien around. It could pop up here. But I love that we have the technology to be able to do this and be able to see this. And again, some might find, well, this is boring, but at least you can see nature. I'll never be able to go to Sweden or anytime soon.
No, nor will you find yourself out in the wilderness, hunkered down, waiting for moose to cross a glacial, landscape. So we at least get to admire this from the comforts of our own home.
Now, if you see a flying squirrel, hit record. Maybe it might be something in the.
And you're anywhere close to the Russian border.
Yes.
Ask for Natasha.
Natasha
Believe me.
and Boris.
Talk about catch of the day. During a recent Red Sox game, a Boston fan made a miraculous foul ball catch using nothing but a bun. The fan raised his new baseball sandwich in the air while chewing on a previous bite just moments before the ball came his way. The fan was likely chowing down on a lobster roll before the foul ball crashed his expensive ballpark meal. Fan was sitting about 10 rows up from first base.
I wonder if that makes that foul ball that much more valuable. But wow, way to go! I mean,
only in Boston.
And that's one great thing about baseball too. It is they're trying to speed it up. They're trying to make it more of a faster game, more widely. It's an all-American sport, and it should hit a hot dog or lobster roll or whatever. I love seeing that.
I will say this: if you go to Boston, make sure you take a tour of the Boston Red Sox. Fenway
Park. Yes, you're right.
It is one of the best tours, and they have, which is so odd, on the top floor, their own farmers market garden.
Ooh,
they
really?
do. They have a whole garden upstairs where they do a lot of the stuff, and then they use that for their restaurants within Fenway Park.
And they have the Green Monster.
And the Green Monster.
You got to see that as well.
Very cool.
It's one of those things where you got to say, "Hey, I went to Fenway."
You went to Fenway Park.
I went to Fenway.
Yes.
We have more of today's trends and tomorrow's talk still to come right here on Daily Flash. Don't you go anywhere. We love having you along. We'll be back after this.
It's a catch.
Oh, yeah. I need a lobster roll.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
El Jefe, El Helye is what he said.
Is that so?
Absolutely. Hey, everybody,
Hi.
this is Daily Flash. Mitch English right here.
Yo, me llama Andrea.
Ooh, nice.
I almost said yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yo tengo un gato de queso en mi pantalones.
Very nice.
Hungry.
Very nice.
Feed me.
How is everybody doing? Everybody good? Everybody
Excellent.
good?
Yeah.
All right.
Bueno.
Let me ask this. How many of y'all have actually used iTunes either on your phone or maybe on your computer? Just raise your hand.
Okay.
No, never have, Will? Good for you.
James
Never-
hasn't because he won't
Hey,
get an
of course
iPhone.
I would never.
Okay, so the guys in the studio. Okay, anybody, if you have ever listened to if you downloaded iTunes on your phone, on your computer, you have agreed never to make a nuclear bomb. Did you know this?
Oh, I didn't know that.
In their EULA, actually, which
In
is
the EULA?
EULA is a end user license agreement that anytime you download software, that thing nobody reads.
The thing that's
Right.
20
No one
pages long that no
reads.
one reads.
Absolutely.
No
It
one
And you
says-
just hit check and agree.
Yeah, 100%. And you're like, this won't hold up. Well, it could hold up. They actually have it inside there that you will not ever develop any kind of nuclear weapon. And it's basically in not only Apple's, but a lot of companies do this. And they do this because of export regulations that are inside of just so that they're not connected. It's basically legalese to make sure that they're clear of maybe somebody might use an iTunes to go and do a countdown to blow something up or whatever. Just
I'm trying
that
to
sort of
connect
thing.
the dots. Okay.
It's really hard to put them together.
I would make a terrible
didn't have
criminal.
an iPhone.
So if you have an iPhone, Matt, the bombs, you have to stop in the bathroom with the bombs. That's it, okay?
That's not me. That's Nick.
These crazy Apple users.
No, but it's in more than just Apple. A lot
Is
of
it
people.
like in Spotify?
It's in
and
Spotify, a
Shazam?
lot of them. And as I mentioned, it's for export regulations, and it dates back for years, and it actually resurfaced in 2013 when somebody, some bored dude in Des Moines read
Decided
his
to read
EULA.
the user agreement.
And anyway, they use it because they have to cover their legal basis on anything, as I mentioned earlier. Like if you use iTunes, then they can't say, well, this person used your software to make a nuclear bomb.
What else is in that user agreement?
Believe it or not, you have to actually make out with your co-host.
Oh,
It's
wow.
in there.
Wow, it's in there, right? Bold
So,
letters.
so Matt,
We have to.
Bold letters. Lord have mercy.
Artificial intelligence, just copy and paste it, look for any red flags.
that's a good idea. Just you could do that. You look for the word nuclear and your
Nuclear.
EULA. That's a good idea. If you want to see what all is in there, right? Ask AI. Hey, what's in this EULA that's weird? And it probably
Can we just ask Braden to ask AI?
There you
our
go.
AI.
He is our
Braden
AI.
is our AI.
So it's like the Cliff Notes cheat sheet version of.
There's so much we can do with AI
Yeah,
altogether. Speaking of which,
frightening.
this is such a sidebar. We'll probably edit this out. But AI, the movie with little Haley Joel Osment guy, he got busted for coke the other day. Yeah.
Oh, that
And
video.
resisted
Did you
arrest.
see the video?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I
Really?
feel bad for that guy, man.
I need to look it
It
up.
was because his house burned down in L.A. and he's been having a time, but I think it's because he
He's
got
seeing
fat
dead
and ugly.
people.
I'm
Yeah.
posting it to our social media.
Which one? The Haley Joel Osment
I'm about to post it now.
So
I feel bad for him.
His sister is Emily Osment is doing really well. She has a show right now. I think it's on CBS. It's either on it's something about somebody's first marriage. I think it's a CBS show. She's
Okay.
doing really well, and their relationship is really kind of on the rocks. And saying because she thinks because of the drug. So it's kind of sad about
he's
The
that.
last thing I've seen him do was play J.D. Vance on Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, is that right? Yeah,
Did he
I can see
really?
that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So just remember this: AI eventually will have a coke habit and get arrested in skiing, doing something. So if that makes anybody
go on-
feel
With a
I got
GoPro
it.
on his helmet.
Go to our social
and go on
media.
Jimmy Kimmel.
and we need Jude Law to come help us.
Yes.
You know, he's the
Oh,
robot
yeah,
pimp.
yeah.
He's a
We're
robot.
back right after this.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time. And if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
In this week's Help My Home, we call on our favorite home improvement guy, Gator.
Hey, this is Gator with a few easy hacks to help you help your home. It's early spring here in the South, especially in Florida. It's mid-70s and has been for a few days. Most people have run their air conditioner a few times. This is a great time to clean out your drain lines for your air conditioner. These things will get backed up. They get algae built up in them. It'll back up in your evaporator inside or in your closet or in your basement or wherever it may be, and it'll flood there. Most people around here have them in their attic, and it'll flood your house. So you need to clean these out a couple times a year. Some of the older styles, and if you ask the installers, they will install a T in the line up there, and you can pour some bleach in it. If you call someone to clean your lines, this is how they're going to do it. And you just get you a little shop vac. This is a little Stinger from Home Depot, probably 20 years old. And you find your drain line. Now, this one just happens to be black. Some of them are white. I painted this one. Usually they're outside right next to your unit. This one just happens to be around the corner a little bit. You just put your hose on here, just like that. turn your air conditioner on and run your shop vac for about 30 seconds. Now, if your hose is bigger than your line, then just put some tape around it or a piece of cloth or something there to cover up the gap. You do this about twice a year, you're not going to have any problems with your air conditioner drain lines backing up. And if you ever have one back up in your house, I'm going to give you a couple of Gator Pro pool tips. Okay, I've been doing this a long time. I built this pool a couple of years ago. This is a saltwater pool. The biggest thing I can tell you is you need to check your chemicals. And I mean on a regular, not just once every 2 or 3 weeks. You need to check them every couple of days until you know they're steady for a while. You need one of these test kits. This is a Taylor test kit. You can get these off Amazon. This is the same stuff the pool stores and everybody uses, okay? This is easy. It's got all the directions right here. It's simple to test your chlorine, your pH, everything you need to test right here. And this thing will save you tons of money and tons of headache. You won't have to continue to go to the pool store, continue to have them sell you stuff. This will test your water. It'll tell you right here exactly how to use it. It's got a little book in there, tells you what to add. You can go buy your chemicals anywhere you want. Taylor test kit, that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, pool noodle. Got you a piece just long enough to go over your net. Now this is a net that scoops leaves off the bottom and stuff, but I use this for the top and the bottom. And when you put a pool noodle on there like this, it's gonna float the net for you. And you can just float it around. You can still push it under the water, look, and it'll just float right back up. You don't have to worry about dragging it around when it's long, extended, full of leaves. It's gonna float right there for you. This is a game changer. And when you drop it in the water, you'll be able to get it. All right, then, next. So if you deal with mosquitoes, like most people do, especially in the South, these things will wear you out. You're always looking for something to keep them away, right? So this thing's called Spartan Mosquito Control. I heard they were good. I'm not selling this thing. You can get it at Amazon. You can get it at Ace. You can get it at Tractor Supply. I've never used it, but I'm going to give it a try and see what happens. But they come, there's like 2 tubes in a box, right? And you take this little lid off, put some water in here. You shake this stuff up. It's got some powder in there. And they say that you hang it around your property 80 feet away from where you're going to be hanging out. So if you put like one on each corner of your property, it's supposed to keep the mosquitoes away for 30 days. I'm going to put a few of these out. I'm going to show you how I hang it up in the tree or wherever I'm going to put it here. I'll find a spot. And then I'll give it a few days and I'll come back and do a part 2 and we'll see if it really works. So I took the white cap off. I filled it with warm water. It's got a little line right here. You shake it up, dissolves this powder in here. You replace it with this black cap and it's got this little hook. And we're going to hang it on this tree right here on the edge of my property. Just like that. So that's all there is to it. I'll put 3 more of these around my property for a total of 4. I think they fly inside that thing, so we'll come check in a few days and we'll see if it works. All right, then, next. Okay, so I'm back with part 2 of the Spartan Mosquito Tube Control. It's been about 4 days. I don't really think this is long enough to be able to tell if they really work or not, but in my opinion, in the last 4 days, I have seen fewer mosquitoes in the evening than I have normally. Did it eliminate all of them? Of course not. Be sure to catch my home hacks and more right here on the Daily Flash.
Hey, we're kicking off the summer with sunshine and seashells. Lots of them. We're going to Sanibel Island, known as the seashell capital of the world, to celebrate National Seashell Day. Joining us live from Bailey Matthews National Shell Museum and Aquarium are Miriam Dotson, Communications Manager, Lee County Visitor and Convention Bureau, and John Lai, President and CEO of the Sanibel and Captiva Chamber of Commerce.
Here in the Great Hall of Shells at the Bailey Matthews National Shell Museum and Aquarium, you can see behind me plenty of species that we mentioned, right? So we wanted to find a way to celebrate, if you will, and invite everybody to come celebrate with us wherever you may be. Of course, we want you here, but different things you can do is visit inside here and learn a little bit about the shells, and then go out onto the beach and pick them yourselves and then bring them home as a souvenir. Because we are the seashell capital of the world, we wanted to coincide with the first day of summer as well, because what better way to celebrate, right? So you're welcome. There's plenty of things to do, but we always want to see you here. Even more fun to do it around this time of year.
Here on the islands, there's so much to do, not just here, but also on our Wild Mile, which incorporates so much of our outdoor space, birds and animals and species that you can find on Sanibel and Captiva Islands. And then we invite you to go on out to the beach, as Maria mentioned.
Head to visitfortmyers.com. You can get some inspiration, see some photos, and even itineraries there.
Hey, long may we drive. Here's some news from Pennzoil and PXG.
A A record 3.4 million Americans picked up golf last year, which means this summer is all about revving up their game, and clubs are key. To drive home that point, rising PGA golfer Jake Knapp and IndyCar racer Scott McLaughlin went head-to-head in a friendly driving competition to see how far they could hit a golf ball with the new limited edition Pennzoil PXG Golf Driver.
I honestly didn't expect him to be that good of a golfer. I thought it was pretty impressive what he was able to do. But it's such a cool event, the two companies go hand in hand, both top-of-the-line products.
It's just such a cool fit, and to be a part of that has been great.
The pro golfer did edge out the pro racer in the end, but they're both winners, and you can be too. You can score the new driver when you buy a Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic bundle at participating Advance Auto Parts and CarQuest locations or online through June 25th. Enter at pennzoil.com/sweeps.
Follow the Daily Buzz on social media.
Hey, are you looking for the best cars of 2025? Here's what's setting the standard this year.
Every year, AutoTrader publishes a list of the best new cars, and this year the list includes a variety of vehicles like this Honda Civic Hybrid. But we also like the affordable and recently redesigned Nissan Kicks. Volkswagen's retro cool ID Buzz made the list, as did the luxurious all-electric Cadillac Escalade IQ. All new models like the Kia K4 are on the list as well. Our editor said the K4 exceeds expectations, especially for a sub-$25,000 car. Volvo's quirky winner is the EX30, a small, quick, and affordable SUV with innovative features like a household-style soundbar. And finally, a pair of Toyotas made the cut. Both the Camry, now available only as a hybrid, and the rugged 4Runner are both excellent.
Hey, are you ready to upgrade your home into a smart home? Tech expert Mark Saltzman is here with some of his favorite innovations and easy tech fixes. Hey, Mark.
Hi, thank you for having me on the Daily Flash. And yes, I've partnered with some great brands to turn your home sweet home into a home smart home. For the summer months, you're going to want the Eero Outdoor 7. It brings fast Wi-Fi 7 speeds outside with reliable coverage up to 15,000 square feet to power fun experiences like streaming sports and DJing pool parties, or for more practical purposes like security cameras at the edge of your property. This is weatherproof Wi-Fi with IP66 protection against dust, rain, and snow, and can operate in extreme temperatures. And the easy app-based install includes mounting accessories for virtually any surface. And T-Mobile 5G home internet is great if you need affordable, reliable Wi-Fi, especially during moving season. Whether you're renting, buying, or relocating this summer, it's an easy, hassle-free way to get connected. Plus, right now, you can get up to a $300 gift card when you sign up. Plans start at just $35 a month and include a 5-year price guarantee. And some plans even come with perks like free subscriptions to Hulu, Paramount Plus, and more. Now, for a simple way to keep your delivered Amazon packages safer, I'm a huge fan of Amazon Key in-garage delivery, a secure and convenient way to help protect your orders from theft and bad weather by placing deliveries inside your garage. Whether it's for Amazon.com, Amazon Fresh, or Whole Foods Market, it's compatible with most smart garages and is exclusively available for Prime members. Setup is simple and can be done in the Amazon app. Just shop like you normally would and then choose Key Delivery at checkout. It's that easy. And did you know that water damage accounts for nearly a quarter of all home insurance claims? Well, to help, the Mow & Flow Smart Water Monitor and Shutoff connects to your home's main supply line to proactively notify you of any leaks, a burst pipe, or issues like running toilets and faucet drips. If something is detected, the water supply can automatically shut off, perfect for when you're away from home, and notify you via the Moen app, allowing you to monitor and control problems from anywhere at any time. And finally, over the past 25 plus years, Vivint has become a leader in advanced smart home tech, now part of NRG. The brand is fusing smart home innovation and security with energy management. With rising summer electricity bills, you can claim control of your energy usage and ultimately reduce costs. Vivint offers seamlessly connected devices from lighting to HVAC and more, all controlled via a central app. Every system includes professional installation and 24/7 customer support and monitoring. For details on everything I've covered here today, just visit inthenews.tv.
You know, motorcycle safety front and center as the nice weather brings out more riders. Here to talk about the Airbag Save campaign is Stephen Popovich with Cycle Gear.
With May being Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month, here at Cycle Gear, we're really excited to talk about our Airbag Save campaign, the second year of this initiative to talk about and promote wearable airbag technologies. You can see next to me, the airbag is something that the rider wears. It's not something that goes on the motorcycle. It constantly monitors the rider 1,000 times a second, deploys in 40 milliseconds faster than the blink of an eye. Anything we can do here at Cycle Gear to promote safer riding, being present, riding protected are key initiatives within the organization. Additionally, we partnered with MIPS technology, which is a slip plane technology that goes inside helmets to advance the safety of helmet manufacturers. So it actually creates a slip plane, reduces the rotational impact, further reducing the concussion, keeping the motorcycle rider safer. Anything from head to toe at Cycle Gear, we love to be protected. So if you want to come by one of our 163 locations or visit cyclegear.com/airbags to learn more, we'd love to have you stop by.
KSA Entertainment is proud to offer programming to the men and women of our military and their families, serving all over the world on AFN, American Forces Network, seen worldwide.
Streaming for the weekend.
Hey everybody, before we head into the weekend, we always like to give you our picks for streaming for the weekend. This is where we tell you about something you got to check out on your streaming services. Andrea, kick us off.
Okay, I love a good home remodel show. Rock the Block season 7, gosh, it's easy for me to say, is back on. Take a look.
The toughest home renovation competition is back. Welcome to the block. We're just outside Salt Lake City, Utah. 4 teams, 4 houses, 4 acres, and 1 goal. Add more value to your home than your competitors.
And they get a $250,000 budget to do it with.
Wow, that's a house itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool. All right, well, my pick this week is on YouTube, and it's Graham Bensinger and his interview with Jay Leno about the late night drama.
You said one of your biggest regrets was that the Tonight Show came between you and Dave.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. To this day, I still love Dave. Makes me laugh. Still the best. Still the greatest time of my career was going on with Dave.
Why?
Well, because Dave got it.
Well, it's a great interview. It's about an hour long. Just look it up on YouTube. And Leno gets into all this. Yeah, I was hiding in the closet, and they knew I was in there, but I just kind of heard it. He really gets into being honest about how the late night drama went down.
I love it too. If you remember the commercial, Oprah had both of them on right before the Super Bowl one time. I thought that was great. I think Dave, for the record, offered the olive branch. Let that note be known. It's a mob story, but this time it's about 2 warring London crime families who are locked in a deadly battle for control. This is Mobland.
Oh, it's so good.
Name's Conrad Harrigan, family man. And if you cross my family, well, you'd better pray.
Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan, and Helen Mirren all-star. Guy Ritchie directs. Jackson told me to do this. I did. Turn on the closed captioning. You will not understand anything they say. Pierce Brosnan is English, but he's playing Irish in England. I don't know why they just didn't stay with the English.
He could still play James Bond. I love him.
It's a good show though, especially if you like.
And Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy's great. Yeah.
Ladies.
And Helen Mirren's crazy in this, y'all.
Oh, she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
It's awesome. Tune in and check it out. It's on Paramount Plus. That does it for our show. Y'all take care. We'll see you when we look at you. Bye-bye.